I'm going to show you how to plan a successful inshore fishing trip using the Smart Fishing Spots app, even if you've never been to an area before. Now, I know a lot of you are going to go on vacation, you're planning those family trips, you can do some fishing while you're there, but you might not have an idea of where to go, and you might feel a little bit lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how to plan a trip, and it's going to be a lot easier than going into it blind. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first off, what we have is this is the Smart Fishing Spots app in case you've never seen it before. Now, these markers that you might see on the screen right there, those are all spots that I fished in. These are all reports that I've done all around the country. And what it does is anytime that you do a report, it saves all that information so you can go back to it. It's a fishing log that you don't have to manually write everything down. So with that being said, if you notice, I've got a spot right in here. It's pretty empty. I hadn't been there before. So we're going to use this as an example. So you're going to go down and do some vacationing, got some family down here, or you're just going to be bringing the family down to get away from it all. And we'll pick this area right in here, which is Port St. Joe, St. Joe's Bay. This is a great area, by the way. This is an area that I've been wanting to get to for a while, but let's go ahead and talk about what we need to do. So first, when we're going into this, we have no idea of water access. So that's important. If we're going to go fishing, we need to know where we can get on the water. Now, being a kayak angler, I have a little bit more accessibility to the water, but if you're a boat angler, it doesn't matter. We can help you out with that too. We've got several different things that can locate some spots for you. So first, let's pull up our layers right here. And we've got a bunch of different options that you can do, but we are going to scroll down to launch spots. Now, this is typically for your kayaks, your canoes, your SUPs, and then we've got boat ramps. And this is going to be where you can launch your boat from. So the red ones are your boat ramps. The purple ones are for your kayaks and your SUPs. Obviously, most of them you can launch kayaks from your boat ramps, but this gives you an idea of where you have water access. So, it's looking pretty good. We definitely have some places that we can launch from. Now, let's use this time of year as an example. So say we're going to plan that family vacation around, Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas, spend some time down south, get away from the cold. And we're going to go down here and hit the water. So what we can do is we can use those following trends. And the trends are, in the wintertime, is that these fish kind of get away from that open water and they move far back into the marshes and the creeks because that's where the food's going to be and that's where they're going to be able to stay warm. So we're going to concentrate on this area right back here at the back of the bay. And one thing that I do, I really don't care for that satellite image. That's the default one. What we can do is I can click on the satellite image there, and it'll pull up a couple of different options. So we've got high res. We'll take a look at that one. That one is not bad, but then we'll do Bing. That one looks much better. So that's one we're going to use right there. So what I can do from this point is I can start looking at places. So again, following the trends, we're looking for places that have shallow grass flats that are near some deeper drop-offs so they can move up on the flats and forage, and then they can go down in deeper water so they can stay a little bit warm whenever those cold fronts come through. Also protected water. So those are going to be really important in the wintertime. So areas like this is what we're looking for. So the backside of this island is going to be good. We've got these areas that have this deep water next to these flats. These are all great looking areas. So this is definitely some stuff that we want to check out. So what we can do now is if we've never been here before, or we're not that familiar with inshore fishing and how it works, we've got a simple way that you can just basically narrow it all down. What we can do is we can actually click on our smart spots. And what the smart spots is I can click on that and it's going to show you the places through our algorithm is going to give you high chance percentages of places that are going to be holding fish right now. Now, one thing that the algorithm can't do, it can't determine if there's bait there, but if everything is right and you have bait, these are definitely some places that you need to check out. And the cool thing about it is all you have to do is pick out 4 or 5 of these places and move around. And whenever you get to these places and you find some bait and the conditions are right, typically you're going to be able to find some fish. So this is the easy way to do it. Now, what we can do is we can go through and we can actually mark a couple of these spots. I've got one marked right there. So let me go ahead and show you how we can do it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our tools, which is that's button right down there on the bottom. We're going to click on that. We're going to click on waypoints, and then we're going to click on this, which is add new, and then I'm going to place that right there. So what I can do is I can give it a name, whatever it is. We'll call that end of point. And what I can do is, if I want, I can go ahead and put a description in there, whatever that might be, whether it's a cold weather spot, warm weather spot. You don't have to put anything in there, but if you want to put some notes, this is where you can do it. And then if you want to change the color of that icon, you can. I'm going to go ahead and leave it the way that it is because it stands out really good against that. So when I'm looking at the map, I can see it. So we're going to go ahead and hit save, and it's going to save that point right in there. And what we can do is we can go through and mark each one of these spots, and we can get a pattern. We can get some places that we can check out while we're down there. And being a kayak angler, another thing that's really important to me is going to be, because I don't know this area, is how far these places are. So, when you're looking at a map, you really don't get a great idea of visually how far you're going to go. So what I can do is I can go back to the tools, and then I can get back from waypoints, click on distance. Now I've got a distance calculator. So let's say I can go ahead and start there, and I can go to that waypoint where roughly, by the time you make that corner, it's about a mile away, well within my range. But if you're fishing with family members, kids, maybe somebody that's not used to kayak fishing, or, the wind is up there, you can use this as a guide to see if this is a spot that you can make it. So just another tool that we have right there that can really help you out. So now we're already head and shoulders above just going into this blind. We already know where we can launch from. We've already got some spots that we've got picked out, and we've already knowing how far that we have to go, whether that be in our boat or whether that be in our kayaks. So what we can do is, once we get closer, and this is where this app has something that no other app has. You can't get this anywhere else. When you have the Smart Fishing Spots app, you also have access to our insider community. And what that is that is a group of 60,000 members that are behind a paywall. So there's no belittling, there's no down talking. Your post is not going to get hijacked by political talk. We don't allow any of that. So when you post a question in the community, you're going to get answers that are going to be relevant to the situation. So when you get, say a couple of weeks out or maybe a week out, you can start asking questions in the community, and then you can build on that so you know exactly what the patterns are once you get there. So you don't have to waste a day or two trying to figure out what the water, what the fish are doing. You're already going to have a good idea. And that's just something that you can't get anywhere else. Yes, maybe some of these details you can get in other maps, but to get all of this in one place plus the helpful community, there's no other place that you can get it that I know of on the internet. And once you get on the water, we have other tools that'll help you out, like our weather radar. So if you get out there, you're not going to get caught in a storm. You know what direction it's heading in. Also, things like a marine chart, so you can navigate around. If you're ever out there in your boat, not familiar with the area, this can really help you be able to stay safe whenever you're running about. And then also, we have a public land feature. This is a really cool feature that will help you find some public places that you have access to in case you don't bring a boat or a kayak, and you can fish from land. Now, if this is something that interests you, we do have this available. It's available in the Apple Store, and it's also available in Google Play, and it's available at Saltstrong. So make sure and check that out at saltstrong.com. And if you've got any questions or comments about the app, go ahead and put those down below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I really do appreciate you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.